Mahalo everybody, Big Daddy here, Big Dick Ballistics coming at you today with new products from Eastern Shore Sling Co. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Big Daddy, I'm your host. I'm a police firearms instructor full-time in the biggest police department in the nation. I do gun and gear reviews with that big dick energy. So, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when the new hotness is dropping. I recently stumbled upon a small company called Eastern Shore Sling Co, just getting off the ground, and I said to myself, you know what, I like to support guys. I found out the owner was LE. I asked him, hey, what department do you work at? You want to trade patches? But he didn't want to tell me. So either A, he's full of crap and he's not a cop, or B, he really does need to keep quiet. That way, you know, people don't give him any shit. So whatever the case, I always try and spend money and, you know, throw it in the direction of small guys, because I'm a small guy too, and they're doing lots of good stuff over there, so let's check it out. So usually, you know, if I have extra money, I'll spend $60 to $100, try and look for coupon codes on stuff, and you can never have enough slings. My favorite sling is the GBRS SBS, second best sling. I originally had one in AOR1, that Navy SEAL Digital Desert Camo, but my boy Z from the BDB street team, he said, hey, Big Daddy, I really like that, and they're sold out, and they're on fire right now. So I said, hey, you know what? Just buy me a new one in OD, and we'll call it even. This is my SBS, my second best sling. I have it on some Vickers QDs, okay? And it's really awesome. It's about 60 inches overall. I think it's 500 denier, whatever you want to call it, ballistic nylon, okay? Really nice, really abrasion resistant. I brought it to a bunch of classes and it just slides with you. I did the review with the original AOR1 sling probably about 18 months ago. I did it slick with some live fire, then I threw on a plate carrier. I did some live fire with that as well, some presentations, whatever. But this thing was great. And he replaced it with this nice OD green one, and any AR-15 variant. I love that classic look with the OD green and, you know, the black rifle. Really contrasts well. It's very nostalgic to me. But whatever the case, I replaced it with their sling from Eastern Shore Sling Co. So let's check it out. And a couple of other goodies that I got from them. So I didn't take this out yet. Still came rubber banded. So let's check it out. It's AOR1. All right. Boop. Checking this out together for the first time. It's got a slider on it, and it's got some metal hardware, very thin, very minimalistic. I'm liking it so far. It's kind of got that VTAC style, what's it called, slider, and the finish looks really nice on it, on the metal pieces. I really like how minimalistic these little, I don't even know what they're called, but, you know, buckles or whatever, or sliders for, you know, actually cinching down on the QDs or whatever you have. Now, there's an option, all right, and they start at $45. There's options to have a piece of paracord lanyard through, like actually like sewn into the material. I could do that myself. I could throw my own piece of paracord on here. I always want the option to add whatever attachments I want for myself. They offer mash hooks, QDs, again, the 550 cord, but this seems really nice so far. It's really nice and thin, very flexible, so I can already tell it's not going to be an issue at all. So you have this one slider here, made out of that same Cordura fabric, okay, to take up slack, and then you have the other one, it's reminiscent of the VTAC, again, very aggressive, okay, you can see that bite it has on there. They put a lot of attention to detail into this, all right? The paracord's matching. It's got shrink wrap tubing on here on the pull, so it maintains rigidity. We will like that. Okay, they wick the ends by burning them, so that's cool. And it's got a nice little logo, Maryland. I don't know how I feel about that state because I've only been there a few times, but whatever the case, it's good to go. So let's compare it lengthwise to the SBS. The SBS, I believe, is about 60 inches. So take into account the little bit of slack we have. So this is, I would say, about a foot shorter. So probably like 50 inches. I'll have to check on the specs. The site was kind of like vague. I think I went through TAC distributors to actually look up the specs on the SBS or somewhere else, and they weren't on here. But there's definitely a good amount of length on here. I'm going to cinch this down on these sling swivels, and we'll come back and we'll put it on one of my SBRs, and we'll check that out. All right, guys, so I just mounted this to my BRN4. It's safe, clear, and empty. Safety's on, no source, and the chamber's clear, right? This is one of those better BRN4s that came out initially. HK upper, HK handguard. The machining is great on it, solid. I built this on my channel about a year ago, and it really took off. It was good, and immediately thereafter, Brownells was selling out of these things and started cheaping out, so good to go. Anyway, quality piece of kit. So I have this on here. It's definitely shorter than 60 inches. It's probably like, I would say a good 50, okay? But I feel like I have enough length, all right? I have this opened up all the way right now. I have a 58-inch chest, roughly, and a 12-inch cock. But that's neither here nor there. The fact of the matter is, I feel that I have enough length, all right, with this thing. Even if I ran a plate carrier or a heavy vest and whatnot, this thing is good. It's good to go. I like the fact that it's slick, all right? There's a lot of other slings out there that, I don't know, they get caught, they're kind of abrasive or whatever. I'm sure if this was running on bare skin for a while, it would definitely, you know, start to burn or whatever. But again, for doing manipulations, I love running these things as horse collars. In the other video, I said 2-point multiple times, the one I did 18 months ago with the GBRS SBS sling. However, I meant 2-point as a horse collar, all right? This is, yes, 2-point, but whatever the case, just to clarify, that was my error. But again, high ready coming up, all right? Low ready, depressed, whatever you want to call it, just a ready position, short stocking. I feel this is good, all right? Positive lockup. I have enough space to get whatever done slick, okay? I want to bring it around, stow it. It's nice. I like it. I can even take a little slack off here. So being a big guy, I'm usually biased to, you know, not having enough length or play with stuff like this. But I can honestly say that it's good. It's lightweight. So as for the slider now, if I want to tighten it up, cinch it down, that's good. All right. My only issue with this is I might put a rubber band on here of some kind, of like a Ranger band, folded over twice to keep this from doing this. Wow, right? But it definitely takes up all the slack. Like the transition, boom, come up, bring this thing up into my workspace, go to work. And this, positive, I like that. I don't know if you guys could see it, so I'll do it again. There we go. So this is cool. I like this. Let's see, making adjustments. Put it back and around. Stow it. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. This is good. Get into an aggressive fighting stance. I can render aid. This is good to go. All right, so let's try it with my Ferro or Spiritus carrier, whatever the fuck it is. So this is just basically for the car. Very lightweight. It's just a bag that holds plates. I don't remember if it was Spiritus or Ferro. I got some kind of Lucas Bakken inserts, and I don't really care for the guy, but he makes good shit. And then this chem light holder from EOG. So, all right. So let's throw this on. Again, same manipulations, right? We come from the low up, the high, and then short stock. All right. So I ran that as a horse collar. So let's come underneath and run it in traditional 2-point fashion. And yeah, I still have enough, definitely have enough length to make this work. All right, I'm on the outside still, yep, come up, yep, transition, still locks in. Yeah, this is good. Change it up, bring it over, and then cinch that slider down, and it's out of the way. So I like this. This is good. And again, if you use a Ranger band, right? If you use some kind of SRC3, right? Anything to retain this thing, you're not going to have the bulk because this material is so thin. Again, I don't know if it's 500 denier or 1,000. I'm willing to bet it's 500, just like the GBRS sling, because it's so thin and malleable. But again, it works. So that's cool. Great success. Eastern Shore Sling Co. You did a good job. This is just very good to go. All right, and for the price point, 45 bucks, especially for this AOR one color, you can't beat that. So they have other stuff, multicam, black, OD. I think they even had multicam arid, but you can't go wrong. So if you're looking for a sling, operate. So Eastern Shore Sling Co. also sells tourniquet sleeves. I don't know about you, but for my taste, it's a little snug. Okay, so if you're gonna use a tourniquet, all right, you're gonna have to jelly or jam it in there. This is a Sam Splint. These things are awesome. It's like a better version of, what's it called? It's like a better version of the Cat Gen 7, okay? But again, this is also reminiscent of, ding, 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 Soil Eater. And I have two of those somewhere floating around. I primarily use these, or I use a Soft T Wide, the newer enhanced ones, but these will break in. This has some hook on the back. I bet you guys like seeing me do this. There we go. But yeah, Eastern Shore Sling Co. These are cheap. They're 10 bucks, so I ordered one of them as well. I didn't have it in olive drab. I also got an MVG retainer bungee. Now, I didn't feel like breaking out my fast helmet right now, but what you do, you put this over the top. It'll work for anything, I would assume. It had dual tubes on it. Oh, I'm poor. I only have a L3 PVS 14, but okay, $15. I don't like using the ones off the rails in the front on my OpsCore fast helmet, so I said, you know what, this is cheap enough to play with. So it'll protect your stuff, all right, for retention purposes, and God forbid the thing breaks or whatever, it'll just flip right back up, okay, if there's any stress on the mount, whatever. But it's good to keep shit out of the way. So for $15, the stitching is really good. The hook and loop quality, I feel like, is really good. And they give you a nice excess, all right, to play with, to cater to your needs, whatever the case. But it goes on top, and you put a girth hitch on there. Also got these keychains, all right. They're random. It's just leftover swatches of material with that 500 denier, whatever you want to call it. So I got one in OD they sent. It's random. One in multicam, one in gray. Again, keychains, right? There's plenty of loop. You can actually do a girth hitch through these and latch them onto whatever. All in all, I spent close to $100 with shipping included. But again, support local businesses, right? Again, I have plenty of slings. I have Proctor slings. I have Blue Force gear. What else? The SBS, Magpul, right? MS3s, all good, okay? This is just another option for you, especially if you want some different colors or you're tired of the same old thing. Try Eastern Shore Sling Co. out. Guys, thanks for watching. If you like this shirt, it's from my boy Nick. His Instagram name is Still Standing NYC, all right? It's in reference to the World Trade Center, how it's not there anymore, but it still stands with us, with all of us here in New York. I know a lot of you guys hate on my accent, but it means a lot to me as well, because his father and my father both had cancer from 9/11. My father unfortunately succumbed to it. But whatever the case, I'm going to post the link. This is awesome. Kind of looks like a Ranger tab. Some cross rifles. Got some American flag action going on there. Nick's a great dude, so support his gains by picking up a shirt if they're still in stock. He only did a limited run of them. Guys, in closing, check out Eastern Shore Sling Co. I'll post the links below. Check out my merch on BigDickBallistics.com. Every dollar you spend on there goes right back into the channel. Remember, train, train, train. Educate yourselves, your family. Remember to vote the right way. Stay safe.